This is your host, Danny, and this is Dan RPG from English Plus Podcast. In Dan RPG, or role-playing game, we're going to learn from stories, from words that we get from the games that I just not talk about. I narrate what happens in the story, and I bring you some dialogues from the game itself. It's just another way to learn English, but it's not just to learn English, it's to have some fun. And I will be honest with you. A friend of mine asked me the other day, what the hell are you doing to English Plus? You're doing grammar, business, and other topics, and then you have games? Well, there's one thing. We can learn from everything that is around us. That's one thing. And I will be more honest with you. This is fun. I like doing that. And I'm not just doing it to have fun, of course. I'm doing it because I believe that you will have a lot of benefit. And the great benefit of learning from games, it's not just that you listen to a story and then, of course, I ask you some questions and you learn some expressions and words, etc. like every time. But you can watch it because I record the thing. I edit it, and I add those narrations and extra stuff that I add to the video. And you can watch the video as well. It's not just audio. You can watch the video on my website, EnglishPlusPodcast.com. The link is in the description. Take the link, go there, you will find the audio, you will find the video, and of course you will find some comprehension and vocabulary questions. So it's a win-win. We're learning, we're having fun at the same time, and I'm having a lot of fun producing that, to be honest. Now, for those of you who listened to the first episode I posted on Monday, and that was about Fallout 4, this is a different story. This is more related to the world of myths and legends, but we're not going to talk about myths and legends a lot. We're going to focus on the story that we get from the game. The game that we're going to have, and this is the very first episode of this game, is Assassin's Creed: The Odyssey. Well, it is all about the Greek world, one of my favorite topics of all time, and the game is great. It's full of details and stories and rich dialogues. That's why I chose this game. So it's not just to bring you any game. I'm not going to bring you Call of Duty or Counter-Strike, which is all about just shooting people. That is not a good fit for our podcast. But this game and Fallout 4, and I have some other games in mind after I finish Fallout 4 and this game, they're going to be great. You will have fun and you will learn. Before we do that, don't forget, there's another link in the description that will take you to my Patreon page. Go to my Patreon page and become a patron to help me save English Plus and keep it alive and healthy. That's what I want to do. With your help, it's possible. And allow me to use this opportunity to thank the latest patron I have, who brought the number to 10 patrons. I am so happy and proud. We have 10 patrons for our learning community. I would like to thank Rada Sazin from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for deciding to contribute to become a patron of our learning community. You have no idea how much I appreciate it and how much a lot of people appreciate it around the world, because you're helping this stay alive. Thank you very much, Rada. And there's something else. Rada suggested something, and you will all be thankful to his suggestion. He suggested I add some conversation content to the podcast, because that is one of the most important things you need when you want to learn English. Of course, you need to talk, right? And what a great suggestion, Rada. Thank you very much. Sometimes when you focus on doing something, I'm not going to say the same way, but you do the same thing for a long time, you forget that there are other important things that you can add. So thanks to Rada, I have this suggestion and I'm working on that. Hopefully, I will start adding the very first episode in this conversation series starting from next week or the week after. But now, talking a lot about this introduction, we have a long episode in front of us, but trust me, it will not be boring, especially the video. The video is magnificent. You can use the link, go to my website and watch the video as well after you listen, or even watch the video on its own. It's up to you. But don't forget to do the exercises, learn a little bit, and check your comprehension. And now, the very first episode from the Odyssey saga, Just a Mercenary. Enjoy. It might not be easy for me to fathom the world I live in. I'm in the middle of a nation torn apart. Everyone is at each other's throat. Athens and Sparta are tearing the Greek world apart. But who am I to complain? I'm just a small-time mercenary on Kefalonia Island, away from the war, and my name is Alexios. But even in the most remote and peaceful islands of Greece, I cannot find a moment's peace. After all, I'm just a mercenary on an island full of thugs with their heartless leader whom we call the Cyclops.
Hey! Shitface! Get down here! Cyclops got a message for you.
Tell your boss he can stick it.
That's for last week!
Malaka!
What happened to you?
It's nothing, Phoebe. All taken care of now.
The Cyclops again, huh? Hasn't he learned his lesson yet?
Apparently not. Of course. Help yourself.
You hungry too, Icarus? Do you think Zeus will bless me with an ego like he blessed you, Alexios? Maybe you could ask him for me.
I'll try to put in a good word for you.
Finally.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh, I almost forgot. Marcos is looking for you.
What does that weasel want now?
Don't know. He wants you to meet him at his new house. On his vineyard.
Wait, what? A vineyard? Malaka!
It's on the road to Sami. He says wine will make him rich.
Since when has he had a vineyard?
Yesterday, I think?
So, Marcos, who owes me drachmi, is buying vineyards. With what money?
I don't know.
Where can I find Marcos's new, beautiful estate?
You know the statue of Zeus on Mount Ainos? It's south of that.
Well, I guess I owe Marcos a little visit. Thank you, Phoebe.
I'll go tell Marcos you're coming.
My head. Fun's over. Tell that one-eyed freak, if he sends you here again, I'm going to cut his other eye out and feed it to my bird.
Phoebe is my only weakness. She's a sweet little girl scratching a life in a brutal world. And for some reason, I have taken it upon myself to keep her safe. Maybe I see my lost sister in her, the one I could not save. I was on my way to see Marcos, the weasel, but those thugs I spared, that was a mistake. They ambushed me on the way there, but they were small-time thugs. I dealt with them and went on my way to see Marcos. What has the fool done this time?
Boss, I keep telling you can't do that.
Why? It's my farm. I can plant what I want.
The grapes will die here. All of them.
You have to forget what you know about the past, my friend. Together, we will revolutionize winemaking. Believe me, you will look back on this day and... Alexios, thank the gods! Phoebe found you in time.
About grapes?
I can still hear you! I was worried sick. The Cyclops sent his scum to find you. I think they mean you harm.
I wish you would have told me that before they hit me. But that's besides the point. You bought a vineyard, Marcos? A vineyard?
Why not? I like wine, you like wine, everybody likes wine. Everybody buys wine. Why not from me?
Because you don't know how to grow grapes or make wine.
I'm a fast learner. You grow grapes on the vine, then you get some wine.
Oh, it's that simple, is it?
You know me better than to think I don't have a plan. Marcos always has a plan.
All right. Then do you have the money you owe me?
Do I have the money I owe you? Of course, of course. Well, no, not at the moment.
Then get it.
Instantly, my friend, instantly. But maybe you should do that. There is a merchant in Sami. I'm not very good at these things, as you know.
You want me to collect my own debt?
It's just waiting for you in Sami, my friend.
Who's the merchant?
Duris. You know Duris. He's very nice.
Duris? How stupid can you get? Stop giving him money.
He always pays me back.
After I threaten him?
Exactly. Everybody benefits. Duris gets his money, I get my interest, and you have work. Kefalonia is wonderful, is it not?
Where can I find Duris?
In a shop in Sami overlooking the docks. You know this, Alexios.
Will he be there?
You mistake me for the Pythia. I couldn't possibly know.
How do you want to handle this one?
Not like you handled that olive oil business. That was too much.
I got the money.
And now we'll never get any more from him. If you kill them all, nobody benefits. Threatening them, and maybe more. Breaking things, certainly. Steal the money if you have to, but don't rob me of my customers. Unless you can't avoid it. These things happen.
He'd better have my money, Marcos. I'd hate to have to sell our vineyard.
Of course he will. Oh, after there's another matter I want to discuss with you. After.
Fine, but I'm taking a horse. It's too hot and too long a walk to go on foot.
But
Think of it as interest, Marcos. Everybody benefits.
of course, my friend. You shall have your pick.
The one on the left.
Fine choice. But this particular breed has a few quirks that you might not be aware of. I wouldn't want you to take an unworthy horse.
This is the one I want.
Are you sure? Because
I'm sure, Marcos.
everybody benefits, especially you. You've chosen the great Phobos. He's never let me down.
Phobos.
Remember, meet me at the temple in Sami when you have your money from Duris. Efterpi. There's plenty of wine left to buy. Don't fret.
Not now, you fool. Phoebe's been taken.
By who?
Thugs of the Cyclops. Who else? Snatched her right off the main road.
Tell me where they went.
In the direction of Itimena Beach.
The beach? Can she swim?
I'll get her.
Yes, go. But don't forget about dear Duris, Alexios.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking to enhance your English skills while exploring a world of knowledge? Then English Plus Podcast website is just for you. Dive into diverse topics ranging from science to literature, history to business, and myths to modern insights. Each episode from our podcast or article from our magazine is a journey of learning and discovery, designed to not only improve your language skills, but also broaden your understanding of the world. Join us at English Plus Podcast, where language meets limitless learning. Tune in today and take your English to the next level. Visit EnglishPlusPodcast.com to start your journey. English Plus Podcast, language, learning, enlightenment. Never stop learning with English Plus. All Marcos cares about is his money. Or maybe I should say the money that he owes me and the other money that he owes almost everyone on this island. But there was no time for this. Phoebe was taken and there is nothing I wouldn't do for this little girl. I had to go save her immediately. I can wiggle my way out of the troubles Marcos put us in, but not Phoebe. She's still a little girl. But what can I say? I owe Marcos big time. I owe him my life. And I have to believe that at heart, he is a good man.
Alexios, I'm here! Untie me!
Are you all right?
It wasn't so bad. Last time they put a cloth in my mouth so I'd stop biting.
Phoebe, just be careful. You're alone now since...
Since my parents died, I'm okay. I've got you, and you've got me and Marcos. We're your family, right?
You'll have to be stronger than that.
Don't give in! Let him have it! Got you.
Again, up.
Yes, Pater.
A Spartan rises as soon as they have fallen. Ready your staff. Widen your stance. a soldier grounds themselves. Hmm? Good. Good. Approach me.
That's enough, Nikolaus. The sun's going down. Time to eat, don't you think?
What are we eating tonight?
Tonight, we are having baby Cassandra. And what a feast she will be.
No, not her. Take me instead. I'm tasty.
Yes, you're all sweet as honey. Now, come inside. The lamb's turning black.
Here. Lay her in bed.
Yes, Pater.
Alexios. You are my greatest pride. Remember that. You will bring this family to glory. Go.
Right.
You worry too much.
You don't worry enough.
We'll be alright if we watch out for each other. Which reminds me, the thug said you should watch your back.
What'd they say?
They said the Cyclops put a big bounty on you. Talos the Stonefist wants you dead.
Talos, the mercenary. Oh, am I ever not in trouble?
Better get him before he gets you. I hear he's really mean. I'll find my way back to town. Here!
Talos, the stone fist? That's just what I need today. Another broken nose. I'm going to have to take care of that.
I did save Phoebe because, after all, she is right. She and Marcos are my only family. But that didn't save me from the memories of my true family. The one I lost a long time ago. Those memories are so strong that a lifetime of being a mercenary far away from home could not erase the memories of my father, Nikolaos, my mother, Marini, and my poor little sister, Cassandra. But now it was not a time to dwell on those lost memories. It's time to pay Duris a visit and get my money back.
Hello, Duris. Business looks good.
Tell Marcos to come down here himself, if he wants his money. Huh?
But I'm here now.
Look, I was a little late paying. Now Marcos says I owe him double because of interest. I don't have it to spare.
You should have thought of that when you borrowed drachmi, Duris.
But my family...
It's hot. I'm in a bad mood. And you're going to pay. We both know it. The question is, what do I break first? You or your merchandise?
You told Marcos I've paid enough already. I won't bow to a mercenary or to someone foolish enough to borrow money from the Cyclops.
From the Cyclops? That's how he bought his vineyard?
Look, I know you'd be dead without Marcos. What with him taking you off the street as a kid. But you know what he's doing is crazy.
Malaka. Still, that doesn't change the drachmi you owe.
Face it, once the Cyclops gets hold of you, you'll both be dead. Hey, stop! That's my stuff! All right. I'll pay you, just stop. Fine. The money's yours. Just leave.
Pleasure doing business with you, Duris.
Keep my name off your lips. I don't want the Cyclops coming after me for the debt you can't pay.
I managed to get the money back from Duris, and I went to see Marcos, who always seemed to be in trouble whenever I saw him.
You're running out of time until the Cyclops comes for you, Malaka. He wants his money.
Could I have an extension?
When he sails back to Kefalonia, he'll come and break you as soon as he docks, if you don't get it.
Now, let's be civil.
You can't hide behind your glories, Mistios forever, Marcos. He'll kill you, the mercenary, and that little runt girl that hangs around.
Of course, not a problem. I'll get the drachmi.
Good. Or I'll come and watch the Cyclops feed you to his goats.
Ah, Alexios, I can tell from the smile on your face, Duris has paid you your drachmi.
Who's smiling? I just heard where you got the drachme for the vineyard. Are you out of your fucking mind?
We can get the money back, can't we? I'm sure it's possible.
You've made an idiotic promise, Marcos. One we can't keep.
I thought you were invincible.
Maybe I am, but you're not.
I long for the old days. Remember them? They were simple. You had nothing, young and alone, and I had everything. And I gave you the world, Kefalonia, in the palm of your hand.
I know I am right every time I talk to Marcos. He always makes bad decisions, and I always tell him about it. But he is who he is. He will never change, but I cannot hate this man. He was the one who saved my life when all the world abandoned me when I was just a kid. Without him, I would have starved and died on the streets of Kefalonia.
Don't see fishes like you every day, huh? Oh! Ha! You hungry? How about we make a deal? I do something for you. You do a few things for me. Everybody wins. Best offer you're gonna get. Think about it.
Wait!
Kefalonia. Some gift.
You were nothing without Marcos, and look how far we've come. From an orphan on the streets to a Misthios with a hovel.
Another Cyclops will take everything away. I can't protect you from him forever. He'll kill me too.
Oh, don't be scared of him. And look at you.
How could I go up against him? With what weapons? A rusty spear? A broken bow?
There you are. Stalking around the temple won't save you from me, Marcos.
Drusilla! I was just talking about you.
You were?
I need that wood, Marcos. These new bows will be the talk of the island. I can't make anything with those bandit malakes stopping the wood shipments.
Of course you can. Why, I was just filling my friend Alexios in on the details. He already has a plan to deal with these bandits. He's the silent but deadly type.
I don't care who does it, but someone better got those bandits. Today.
A wonderful idea. I, for one, need to rush home. Alexios, I've cooked up a plan for our Cyclops dilemma. See me when you have time.
If you want your wood, you'll have to fix my broken bow first.
I usually only pay when the deed is done, but shit's moving at a snail's pace. Follow me. These bows will make me rich as Chrysos.
They're that good, are they?
War's brewing. The Athenians need good bows if they want to hold off the Spartans.
Everybody benefits, I guess.
Who are you? Marcos? You should be tired of this small-time shit. You'd make a fortune in this war. Plus, I hear you're a secret Spartan.
That was a long time ago. I'm a Kefalonian.
Marcus has done it again. He always throws me into problems I have to solve for I don't know why. But I do hate bandits, and the fewer they get in this world, the better. But I came across Talos, or should I say that he found me, and with the money the Cyclops offered him to kill me, there was no point in postponing the inevitable. I had to fight him. And Talos is worse than those small-time bandits. He is a mercenary, just like me.
Fair is fair. Are you going to get my wood? Those bandits need a thrashing.
Fair is fair. I'll fix your wood problem.
Finally! Marcos sure is lucky he's got you as his scapegoat.
Any idea where these bandits are?
I'm not a tracker, I'm a boyer. They're in the mountains somewhere, that much I know. I'd check close to the lumber camps.
There's plenty of trees around. Why do you need this type of wood?
I've been working on a new type of bow. It's more flexible, so it lasts longer and can fire at greater range. Only a very special kind of wood that grows high in the mountains will do.
I'll take care of the bandits.
Make sure that you do. And be quick about it.
Your moaning won't get the job done any faster. I'll kill the bandits and get your wood back.
I know you will. Take your time finding them. I trust you.
All right, I did something for you. Now you do something for me. Get my wood.
Drusilla wanted her wood, and I don't know if I'm doing it for Marcus, for Drusilla, or just to keep myself busy. But I have to track down those bandits, kill them all, and recover the wood Drusilla needed to make those legendary bows she was talking about. Maybe after all, I'm just a mercenary, and that is the only life I will ever have. I managed to track down the bandits and killed the very last one of them. That was an easy job, but I wonder, has it really become that easy for me to take life? I am very good at it. Maybe that's the only thing I'm ever good at. Doesn't that make me like those bandits I just killed? Nah, I would never hurt innocent people. I'm just a mercenary in a world that has gone mad. And now it was time to return the wood to that crazy woman and deal with other, bigger problems.
Ah, it's Marcus' assistant bringing me the wood I need, I hope.
Assistant? I don't think so.
I meant Marco's muscle. How stupid of me.
This will tide you over until the rest of the wood arrives in town.
By the gods! You sure you work with Marcos? He's never once delivered on a promise. Incredible.
I might work with him, but we're nothing alike. I'm true to my word.
Then take your pay. Give none to Marcos.
I went to see Marcos, and as usual, he has one of those foolish plans of his. I'm pretty sure one of those would kill me one day.
Here you are, and not a moment too soon.
I've dealt with the bandits and gotten the wood for the bowyer.
I had every confidence in you, my friend.
Well, your plan?
Right. The Cyclops and I have a score of drachmi to settle. The same score as you, my rough and tumble friend.
He wouldn't be after me if it wasn't for you, my friend.
Right. But I swear, this will put an end to it. If he insists on sending his goons after us, we'll make sure his last good day was yesterday.
Let's hear it then. What do I have to do?
What will we do, you mean? As the brains to your brawn, I consider it a joint effort.
Of course you do.
Think, what does the Cyclops value most? His men? His land? His ships? No, his obsidian eye.
Get to the point, Marcos.
Oh, fine. We're going to steal it.
Are you crazy? You borrow his drachmi, then you steal his eye?
Having it means we win. Then it goes to market. We kill 2 birds with 1 obsidian eye.
He'd better hold still, or he'll lose both eyes.
No! It has to be done without the Cyclops knowing. You cannot be seen.
Then my new bow will come in handy.
He keeps the eye in his house. It's too valuable to wear out. A wise choice until you show him the error of his ways. Wait for the sun to set, sneak in, and then bring me the eye.
Better be worth something.
Do you know how much obsidian goes for in Kefalonia?
I've never seen it.
Exactly. And not only is it obsidian, it's veined with gold. Gold! It's no wonder he saves it for special occasions.
So we'll use the profits to pay him off.
It will pay for the bulk of it. A vineyard's expensive, you know.
I don't know where the Cyclops lives.
Keep to the west side of the island. There you will find his lair.
Fine. But you won't get away with being cheap.
Cheap? You wound me, Alexios.
It's your defining trait.
Bring me the eye and I'll prove you wrong. Remember, not a soul can see you.
Got it.
Pull this off and our heads won't be the Cyclops' trophies when he comes back.
So now I'm poking the hornet's nest. Marcus suggested that foolish plan to steal the obsidian eye of the Cyclops, and I was even a bigger fool to say yes. I know this is a dangerous business, but I also know that sooner or later, someone has to stop this Cyclops. And knowing Kefalonia, I know that person is going to be me. So why not stir some trouble and aggravate that one-eyed boss? It was a hell of a fight. The Cyclops' lair was not just like an everyday bandit's camp. His thugs are much stronger and far too many. But I managed to get that eye. I'm not sure that little rock would pay all Marcus's debts. But maybe, as he said, it was a way to hit 2 birds with 1 rock. Or, if I know Marcus, and I do know him very well, It's more like throw too many rocks at one single bird and not being able to hit him. Not even once. But I got the rock, and I went back to see Marcus to see about his next grand scheme.
Aye, be careful!
Do you know how many of his guards were there? All for a rock.
This rock could buy a house, my friend.
And yet, it's still not enough to pay back the Cyclops.
Oh, don't be upset. Think of all the fun we've had.
Right. Your fun, my blood. You can't keep dragging me into things, Marcos.
This will work, I promise you. Would I lie to you?
Don't make me answer that.
Take the eye, but don't sell it yet. No vendor would believe we came by it lawfully. They know exactly who it belongs to.
Fine.
Better your pocket than his socket.
I think that's enough for one day. Here, Marcos.
Wait! I saw a boat. One I've never seen before.
So?
The vessel's too good for this dirty town. It must be the Cyclops, and he brought friends.
He's back. Ugh. I can never catch a break, can I?
Take them out, and that's one less thing to deal with. Besides, these strangers look rich as Chrysos. The Cyclops pays them well. It's win-win, my friend.
It can't hurt. What do I have to lose?
You? You're a winner if I ever saw one.
Then where are they?
In an abandoned house on the eastern coast. Who knows what golden fortunes shine in their hideout? Send them to Hades, then loot them for all they have. We'll be rich!
The eastern coast. Can you be more specific?
I think they've settled in an abandoned house, by a small forest south of Sami.
So, if these visitors aren't from Kefalonia, where did they come from?
All I know is Kefalonia will be the last place they'll ever see.
I'm keeping some of these golden fortunes, though. No negotiations.
Not even a drachma for the man who sent you?
The rest goes to pay your debt. These are my terms.
Oh, fine, fine. Now teach those strangers what it means to be Kefalonian. Draw blood or bleed.
I was on my way to that abandoned house when I saw the only person on that god-forsaken island that I couldn't say no to. She always comes first.
How'd it go with Marcos?
How it always goes. I didn't get my money, and I'm running another errand for him.
Why do you let him boss you around?
I owe him a debt from the past.
Oh, did you borrow me?
Not that kind of debt. Few people would take in a runaway they caught thieving. I was just a kid.
Huh. I'm just a kid and I've done pretty good for myself.
What do you want, Phoebe?
You know Kausos?
The town on the other side of the island. Why?
People there are sick. And my friend Kina is too. There is a blood fever. They say it's a curse and they need help from the gods.
I told you, I'm not a god.
But Ikaros
Is a bird.
that doesn't mean you can't help.
Ugh. All right. I'll look into it.
I know I said to Phoebe that I would help her friend's family, but I don't know the first thing about diseases and plagues. I guess I should start to say no to Phoebe, but I gave her my word. And I might be just a mercenary, but when I give someone my word, even if that person is a little girl, I can never break the promises I make. I went to that village to see what I could do, but then I saw the village burning, and there was that priest who wanted to kill every last person in the village to control the plague instead of finding a way to cure them. So I couldn't just watch and do nothing.
Take them away.
What's happened here?
Murders!
If the gods won't help you, this sickness must be destroyed by our hands. We have no choice.
Help us!
He won't let us go.
What's going on?
Kausos was consumed by plague. We couldn't keep up with the bodies. It was spreading. We had to intervene.
They killed our brothers, our neighbors.
We survived the massacre, but he'll kill us now.
The gods have abandoned us. The sick must join the dead if we are to save the living.
You burned the whole village?
Many nights were lost praying. We had to take action. To scorch the blood fever out of Kausos.
Is there no hope for a cure?
Nothing has worked. Sacrifice. Prayers.
Healers won't come near us. Soldiers won't let us leave. The gods won't answer our prayers.
But I don't know anything about the plague.
There is nothing you can do.
No!
If you intervene, I will be forced to defend the gods' wills.
Save us from him! Have pity!
We aren't even that sick. We'll get better.
Nobody gets better! This is the only way all of Kefalonia will save itself from extermination.
Please.
We have children! Think of them!
Don't regret stopping here, Mistios.
Let them go.
What?
You're no god.
You're a hero!
That priest came from the underworld. Some man of the gods.
The real God sent you. Time to go. We're well enough to travel, but need healing.
Before you go, take my drachmi. It can't pay for what you gave us, but it's all we have.
Forget about that. Just travel safely.
You're a gift from the gods, Eagle Bearer. I hope they bless you.
Bye, Kina. Be safe!
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Unlock the marvels of mycology and take a journey of deep discovery into the divine. LordofSpore.com has 21 unique varieties of magic mushroom spores that will open doors you never knew existed. From the shamanic rituals of 10,000-year-old tribes, to Plato, Socrates, the Dionysian mysteries, and even early Christianity, entheogens have been the key to unlocking the secrets of the infinite realm that we are all part of, offering us mere mortals a glimpse into the sacred meaning of everything we see, and everything we don't. Join us on our journey. It starts with a few microscopic mushroom spores, and it grows into a network across time and space, connecting us all to infinity and beyond.
That was a nasty business back in the village, but I think I did the right thing. No one can take the place of the gods and condemn people to death whenever he chooses. Even the gods should not do that. But I was happy to see Phoebe happy. I saved her friend's family and now she's calling me a hero. But I am no hero. I'm just a mercenary. Now it was time to go to that abandoned house and see what I could salvage. If it belongs to the Cyclops, I wouldn't be too sorry to do anything that would weaken this monster. But those thugs didn't seem to work for the Cyclops. They were working for a man I hadn't seen before.
I normally have someone else do the field work. I don't suppose you know how to get this stain out.
There'll be more blood if you step closer.
Perhaps. But then you won't hear my proposition, Mistios. A clean slaughter. Very good work.
Not much sympathy for the men who work with you.
Not with me. For me. Employees. Now ex-employees, I suppose.
So you don't work for the Cyclops?
Your kind aren't usually believers of myth.
Not the monster. The man. You are an outsider. Why are you here?
Indeed, I'm not from Kefalonia. I'm here because what I'm looking for is. If you'll follow me, Alexios.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I'm Elpinor of Kira. How do I know your name? I did what you did. I asked and people told.
Tell me who sent you.
An inquisitive nature. Good. That will help.
You know more than you let on.
Knowing you is in my best interest. And knowing me is in yours. My prized possession was stolen and brought to Ithaca. Penelope's woven shroud. I need you to steal it back.
The shroud of Penelope? The wife of Odysseus? You're joking!
A piece of it, yes.
Impossible. If it existed, it would be priceless.
Which is why I want it back.
Ithaca's not a small island. I need more information.
I'd start at the home of Odysseus. Well, what's left of it. An inspiring tale. A reunion of past lovers.
All right. I'll do it.
Don't expect it to be easy.
That's why it will cost you.
Then it's agreed. There's a rowboat in the harbor. Use it. It's not meant for open water, so be wise. When you have the shroud, meet me in the Temple of Zeus.
I will.
Oh, and Mistios, don't fail.
Elpenor seemed to be playing a much bigger game than our local Cyclops. There was something suspicious about this man, but I'm just a mercenary and he just wants me to retrieve Penelope's shroud from Ithaca, and the money was good. Maybe I should cast my doubts about this shady figure aside for a second and make some money that may help me and Marcus wiggle our way out of this pit he had thrown us into. Off I went to Ithaca, which was but a shade of its glorious past from the time of the great Odysseus. And it was not fully abandoned. Wherever there was an abandoned place in the world, bandits seemed to be the first to claim it. I retrieved the shroud, but I found a young woman imprisoned there by those bandits. Every time I kill people, even if they are bad people, I try to do one little good deed that would make me feel better and kind of justify the massacre I just caused. And what a coincidence! I saved Odessa in the house of the great Odysseus.
My thanks. I can't believe I let those Malakas sneak up on me.
Ithaca is a dangerous place to wander around on your own.
You are wandering around on your own. You're right. I can't fight a camp of bandits by myself. Could you help me to get to Odysseus' palace? I can pay.
I'll help you get to the palace.
Well, I'm in luck then. What do I call you?
Alexios?
I'm Odessa, named after the great Odysseus.
Why would you want to go up there?
I am a descendant of Odysseus. I'm on a pilgrimage.
You're a descendant of the former king of Ithaca.
And the man who created the Trojan horse and defeated the Cyclops? The one who traveled to the land of the Lotus Eaters? The one the Odyssey is about? Yes, I am. Why?
You're not the first who said that, is all.
Well, I trust I don't need to prove my lineage to get up to the palace.
We should head to the palace while we have the chance.
So it was no coincidence after all. It seems that Odessa is a descendant of the great Odysseus, or at least that's who she claims to be. But she didn't strike me as clever as her ancestor. What did she thought she would find here after all these years? Odysseus' palace in Ithaca was just in ruins.
This is it? It's just rubble.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Something more grand. My parents named me Odessa. I'm Odysseus' namesake. I thought if I came here, I might understand him more.
Well, do you?
Not at all. Take me to my boat. I'll pay you there. Well, this is for you. Such a disappointment.
Why is that place so important to you?
Are you joking? Odysseus lived there. Ruled there. He ended the Trojan War. Eluded Scylla and Charybdis. He had everything. Loyalty, love, fighting spirit.
He had the attention of the gods, too. That caused him a lot of trouble.
And it made him a legend.
If you keep trying, you'll get there. Giving up guarantees you never will.
You're the first one to encourage me like that.
Just know, it's your decision to make.
Greatness is what I seek. It's what I've desired my entire life. I refuse to end up like everyone around me, content to go about their daily lives until they're forgotten in death.
If you want Odysseus' greatness, you have to do it your own way. He was famous because of his cunning. What have you done?
I've traveled all the way here.
To see the ruins of Odysseus' life, not to live your own.
I should know better than to take advice from a mercenary. Leave me.
I don't know what was so wrong in what I said that offended Odessa that much. She seemed to be a nice person. But I have been just a mercenary for a long time and I'm not used to being nice to people. And she also believes she is of royal blood while I'm just a mercenary. Anyway, now that I have had the shroud, it was time to return it to Elpenor and get my reward.
Alexios, good news, I hope.
Safe and sound.
Well done. And now the shroud is yours.
You don't want it? After all that?
I gained something more valuable today. For your troubles, Misthios.
If I knew any better, I'd think you were testing me.
Perhaps. You did well, Mistios. Tell me, how do you feel about killing a general in Megaris? Do this for me and earn double what you earned today. Are you up to the task? It would take you far away from Kefalonia. So far away you might never return.
I'm not an assassin.
There's a first time for everything. What do you say?
Who is this general?
They call him the Wolf.
He do something to offend you?
Yes, he's costing me drachmi. He's not good for business.
Anything I should know about Megaris?
Only that it's the most valuable land in the Greek world. From a military perspective, of course. Unfortunately for Megarians, it has two very powerful neighbors who just can't seem to play nice. In the tug-of-war between Corinth and Athens, Megaris is their own.
Why me?
Because no one knows who you are. You're invisible.
I accept.
Splendid. You'll need a boat. You have one, don't you?
If I had a boat, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
A shame. It's too far of a swim, I'm afraid. Even for you.
I'll find one.
Good. I hope it's sturdy.
And why is that?
The seas are much more dangerous, I'm afraid. War is coming, and the wolf is on the wrong side.
War? With who?
The entire Greek world is at each other's throats. What rock have you been hiding under exactly?
Kefalonia. And how do I know you're on the right side?
Because I'm the one paying you.
You won't be disappointed.
When your job in Megaris is done, come find me at Pilgrim's Landing in Phokis.
I need a boat. I should go see the shipbuilder.
So all of that was just a test. And now I have to find myself a ship to sail to Megaris and kill that general whom they call the Wolf, whoever that might be. I am not an assassin, but in the time of war, maybe that is the only job left for mercenaries like me. But I need a ship to be able to sail to Megaris. I have no idea how to get enough drachmi to buy a ship, or maybe destiny is waiting for me just around the corner.
It's a fine ship, Telemenes.
Alexios! She is that. Ready to ride the waves for the right captain and the right price.
What will it take for you to part with her?
Oh, couldn't let her go for less than 100,000.
100,000? Who has that much?
Someone who's serious about buying a ship. You think craftsmanship like this is given away?
What if I told you I had obsidian to trade?
I tell you I still need 100,000 drachmi. Besides, even if I took your obsidian, a ship this size needs an army to sail it.
This is Kefalonia. I could always find someone down on their luck and willing to work for next to nothing to get off this island.
The seas are treacherous now. Well, more than usual. It would be suicide.
You're not being very helpful, Telemenes.
Not sure if this helps, but rumor has it the Cyclops is coming for you and Marcos.
Malaka. How is that helpful?
That monster's held Kefalonia captive for too long. I figure if anyone could finally rid us of his stench, it would be you.
Telemenes, what does this have to do with my need for a boat?
Rumor also has it the Cyclops has docked his ship in Kleptus Bay.
His ship, you say? I'll have to pay Kleptus Bay a visit.
Be careful. That one-eyed brute has a nasty temper.
If I can take his ship and deal with the Cyclops at the same time, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Maybe I was just dreaming that Telemenes would just give me the ship. But I know that's impossible. However, he was right about the Cyclops. Maybe this time I would really be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I rid Kefalonia of that monster, and I get myself a ship. I know that killing the Cyclops is not going to be easy, but it has to be done.
Oh, the gods as my witness, I swear!
Which one?
What difference does it make? All of them, I swear, all of them!
I have never heard so much God talk from one man in all my days.
Let him go.
No one on this island is allowed to say that word!
Did he say Cyclops? Did it hurt your feelings?
I don't like it when people call me that!
Oh, I didn't.
But you're so fat. I mean, big, strong. You really do only have one eye.
My eye. Give it to me. Give it to me, and I won't kill Marcos for having you steal it. Give it to me!
You want it? Go get it.
Once again, I didn't just kill too many bad people, but I saved a poor man from getting drowned by the Cyclops. And I finally rid Kefalonia of that monster. But I didn't know that I happened to save just the man I needed. I don't know if the gods are helping me, but Barnabas happened to be a captain with a ship and crew. What are the odds?
I can't thank you enough. After spending most of my life at sea, it would have been absolutely shameful to drown in a pot. Ah, where are my manners? I am Varnavas, captain of the Adrestia.
Well, Varnavas, I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Alexios, Mystios by trade.
Oh, but you're much more than that, I'm sure.
What do you mean?
When they forced my head underwater, I prayed to the gods. And when they pulled it out, there you were.
All of Kefalonia heard your prayers. I just happened to be closest.
And you just happened to fight like Achilles, while Zeus's eagle flies around your head.
Where do you come from?
Everywhere, nowhere. The Adrestia is my home. But I was born in an olive grove in Mykonos. I haven't stepped foot there since I left for the military.
So you're a soldier?
I was. My brothers and I were captains in the Athenian fleet, until one night during a siege, Poseidon's fury destroyed our ships. That was the night I saw it.
What did you see?
The sea god commands more than just the winds and the waves when he truly unleashes his temper. I saw his beast, his murderous pet. Few believe me, but this dead eye is a permanent reminder. Punishment for looking on Poseidon's forbidden creature and living to tell the tale.
So why were those men attacking you?
Oh, you know the people here. No offense. I tell them a tale of my last voyage, and the next thing I know, they're acting like a bunch of savages.
What tale could you tell that would make them so angry?
My last voyage, we found a man floating alone on a raft. Before he passed, he told us a tale to make your blood run cold. Something about a horrifying creature, ugly beyond description. I mentioned the words, one-eyed monster. Next thing I know, I'm drowning in a clay pot.
Yes, the Cyclops tends to take that personally. So you have a ship?
Of course. Gods forbid I'd end up stuck in this place.
Where is it now?
Thanks to you, it's still in Sami Harbor, where I left it.
Perhaps the fates brought us together after all. I'm in need of a ship and a crew.
You saved my life. It would disgust the gods to not offer it in return.
So that's a yes?
My ship, my crew, and my services are yours.
You truly aren't from around here.
Gods know, and I thank them for that. Come now and see the Adrestia. We are ready when you are, Captain.
Wait! Wait for me, Alexios. I'm all packed and everything.
You're coming, are you?
If you're going, I'm going.
Kefalonia's the only place you've ever known. You'd leave your home.
I would if it meant staying with you.
You can't go where I'm going. I need to be alone.
Who's going to keep you company?
I'll be fine.
If I can't come, then take Hara.
Hara?
My pet eagle. She's my friend. Mater gave her to me. But she'll be your friend now. And it'll be like I'm there with you. You know? To remind you of me.
Thanks, Phoebe.
Besides, I love Kina to play with. Since you saved her.
Go easy on her. She may still be shaky with the fever.
But you have to promise we'll see each other again.
I promise. You haven't seen the last of me. Just stay out of trouble until then.
I will. Don't worry. Okay, you can leave now.
Alexios! Leaving Kefalonia without saying goodbye to your dear Marcos? Tell me it isn't true.
Well, you're here now, so it won't be true. Goodbye, Marcos.
All these years as a dynamic duo! I'll never replace you! Well, I may need another assistant someday, but it won't be easy. Come now, give me a hug.
Partners shake hands.
The true sign of a man in business.
And what does the future hold for you?
Wine, of course! Though you never know when the vines will wither. I'm always ready for another adventure. Speaking of adventure, I have a task for you, dear Phoebe.
An adventure? Yes!
Already following in your footsteps, isn't she, my friend?
So now with the ship and crew, I can go to Megaris. But I had absolutely no idea that the wolf I was going to kill was my own father, Nikolaos. And knowing this brought back the worst memory I've ever had in my life.
Ready to set sail?
Prepare to cast off. It's time to leave.
Good! The tides wait for neither man nor woman.
Time to go.
So, what course do we set? Where in this big, beautiful world does the mighty Alexios want to go?
Megaris.
Megaris? But we'll be sailing into war.
I got a contract for some general's head.
Whose head?
They call him the Wolf.
The Wolf? Who wants Nikolaos of Sparta dead?
Nikolaos of Sparta?
The Oracle has spoken! To prevent Sparta's fall, the child must fall first.
You can't let this happen! Please, she'll do no harm. She'll help us. She will lead us!
Silence!
Stop! You can't! No!
He has
Toss him over!
Pay for his dishonor, for the life he has snuffed. He is no Spartan, Nikolaos.
Don't listen! Nikolaos! Don't listen! No! No! Don't listen! Nikolaos! Why?
Potter!
Nikolaos! Stop! Nikolaos! No! Nikolaos! Nikolaos, look at me! Look at me, Nikolaos! Don't! Don't listen!
Your blood is tainted. Rid yourself of this poison.
Potter? Potter!
Oh, my baby! Alexios! Alexios!
Get me to Megaris. Now.
But I don't understand. Of all the places under Ilios, why risk our necks to go there?
The Wolf of Sparta is my father.
I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed producing it. And who knows, you might pick this game and start playing it, or maybe you've played it already, but now I'm telling you the story again. Maybe when you were playing, you were just focusing on how to hit and how to level up and stuff like that. Maybe you didn't pay attention to the story a lot. I'm bringing you the story back, and I'm trying to make it as exciting as possible. It is exciting without my help, but I'm just trying to make it even more exciting and to fit our podcast. Don't forget, you can take the link in the description and go to my website, EnglishPlusPodcast.com. I created a custom post for this episode where you can listen to the podcast, of course, and watch the video, see everything I was talking about. And of course, there's the comprehension check and some questions that will check your vocabulary. Especially, I will use some of the expressions that were used in this episode, and maybe you can learn something new in context. It's not just teaching words, right? We always try to learn things in context. With that being said, this is your host, Danny. Thank you very much for listening to another episode from English Plus Podcast. I will see you next time.